so that it can go onto the material the right way. Okay. Okay. And you can always, run it in your head again just to make sure before you, run all the way through. But if you did it wrong, you could always backtrack. It's not the worst thing in the world. So once you're here, this part's a little tricky, but you just gotta get used to it. You're gonna go ahead and put the metal pole back through, and you have to make sure you hit, get the other side as well. There's no real easy way to do it. You're just gonna have to aim it. There. You can kind of feel for it a little bit. Alright, I think I got it. There you go. Yeah, and it pops back out. Yeah, the other way to do it is you can always put it on this side here. You could just kind of play around with it. I'm mostly using my index finger just to kind of feel for it and guide it. So it's up here that we're, gotta make sure it goes through. Okay. All right. Okay. So on the other end, I don't know if you saw it, but there's another one of these rings that had the little nodule there that helps guide the insert. And so for that reason, as you see, I'm moving the inside of the pole, but the roll is not moving. Right. So you just want to make sure it's actually in place and it's not lodged onto one of these little dividers here. Because if that's the case, it's not gonna stop it from moving, right? It's just gonna spin around. All right, so I'm gonna put this fella in, and you don't have to worry too much about which side it's on and how it's in there. As long as it's in one of these holes, it's going to hit one of those dividers. It's going to be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. And I'm just going to tighten that. Okay. All right. So I put the roll on so that it will open downwards. If it was the other way and opened upwards like this, that end would be here and it would not go on our material the right way. So the way to do it right is you want it to unroll from the bottom.
Okay.
All right.
And the wheel is always down there.
The wheel is always going to be on the left, and the reason why is because that is where the rubber O-ring is.
Right.
That will also control the rate in which the backing comes off.
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. And we're all going to see if I'm right. Okay. We'll test this out before we. If I was wrong, you won't see this video. All right. Okay, so actually, if I want to come over on this side, to put, you gotta remember to put the rubber O-ring back in. So when we do, you want to make sure it catches here. So this is the part that needs to be in this little divot here. You see that? You want to make sure it's not stuck anywhere else. And here as well. You just go ahead and put that rubber here. All right, it goes right in. You just make sure it's all the way in. So this one's in all the way as well. You can see that. If it's not in all the way, the roll will be crooked, and hopefully you'll notice that very quickly. Okay. We are almost there. So this is kind of the moment to just make sure you understood how the process works.
The sticky side is always on the inside of the new roll.
The sticky side is always going to. It's just like a sticker. It's always going to be on the. Yeah, I guess you're right. On the inside, the backing is on the inside, and the material is on the top.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The material, the laminate material is on sort of on the outside.
So if you unpeel it,
then it'll be sticky. Right.
Yeah, it's sticky here, and it's glossy here, and this is the backing.
Yeah.
All right. Great.
Okay. Did you get it right?
Let's see.
I think you did. Maybe?
All right. So what you want is you want to put the backing here. All right. So I'm just going to reuse this tape here. So You want to put the backing here. All right, so you're taping the backing onto this tube. If you don't, it's not going to stick and it's going to make a mess later.
Okay.
Pretty much every little step that we're doing here is doing yourself a favor in the future. And if you skip one, then you'll see why we did it. All right. Let's go down here like this. All right. Okay. So because the backing is waxy, it's going to be a little hard for, a lot of tape to stick on there. So just be mindful of that. Tape it on the back, I suppose. That's
this one stayed really well.
yeah. I'm wondering why. Just gonna throw it around here.
Okay. Is there any of our tape we have here that works better than others? Have you found?
I'm gonna try. Not really. I mean, the last one we had was masking tape, which this is, and you can try. Another one. You can try boxing tape if you'd like to. Oh, looks like it's not working. All right. Henry, can you pass me that? Yeah, it just needs to work well enough for this start point, and then after that, it's fine. Just hold on with tension. Okay.
Okay, that's better.
All right. So we're going ahead and just pull this laminate out here, and we did it right. It's sticky on this side, and while we're here, I'll just go ahead and show you how to start the laminate as well. So we have the fasteners on both sides. We're going to loosen them up. The guide on this machine was talking about how you should count the number of times you unravel them so you can remember. They also have these little green dots on both levers to help you see how many times you twisted them. You can do that if that works for you, but I personally like to go off of feel. I know how tight it is on both sides based on how tight they feel, and if you tighten one more than the other, that's when you're going to have an unequal pull on the material. And an unequal pull on your material that you're trying to laminate will cause wrinkles. Right? You can imagine one side going in faster than another. So.
Yep, seen that.
All right. Do we have the long ruler somewhere by any chance? Oh, sorry. All right, so for your first, to run the laminate through the first time, you need something that is rigid, and it just really helps with starting. All right, so, and also if you want, you can pull this backing on so you kind of get a nice good start here. All right, so something that's a nice hard straight edge, you can just go ahead and put it on that material. So that, so it's evenly distributed. It's okay if it's not perfectly straight. It's going to pull straight later anyway. So, all right, you want to make sure you open the pressure points enough so that it can make it through.
And then
I'm
tighten.
just close it, just tighten up to have it hold. And I'm going to press on my foot pedal. It's going to run through. All right, and so this is a really opportune moment to also line up your backing. So since it's still moving around, it's still a little loose. So I'm just lining up to the edge of the laminate.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to tighten both sides here. So you tighten it without the material in there. So, you know, pressure feels about the same on both sides. As long as they're equal, they're fine. Some folks have done it very tight on both sides, and they just go as tight as they possibly can, so they know that then it's equal on both sides because they tried as hard as they can on both sides. I don't. I usually like to just go until I feel resistance, and then I stop. And it's as long as you have a point in which you could reference that is equal, you will know. And if you are using this machine for the first time, there's a good chance you might make mistakes on your first couple of rounds, but that's okay. You'll just have to get used to it, and you can just learn each time you do it. So, yeah, now it's ready. Now it's ready for a new cut, and so, or a new material to be laminated. So if you want to run your material, you just start the edge here. And it's okay that ruler is still back. You're gonna have to cut it off later. So.
And it doesn't matter that there's slight buckling or wrinkling in there.
Yeah, if there's a slight wrinkle there, as long as the pressure is equal on both sides, it should be okay.
It'll go, okay,
Now,
okay.
Let's see if I'm right. Okay, also, I noticed there's the back in here is a little, it doesn't have a tape in the middle, so it's just a little bit off in place there. I'll go ahead and just put another one there.